Hi guys, what is up? It is Alex here, and we are here with episode 5 of F1 2012 Career Mode, episode 2. We are here in Spain. I've just done qualifying, 8 tenths off pole. Not really that good round here, but once again McLaren just dominating the field in qualifying, and Lotus doing a great job too, and Red Bull so much slower than Lotus in F1 2012 Career Mode. It's a bit crazy, but yeah, we'll see. Let's get to the race and see how we do there. So yeah, hopefully I can move up a couple of positions from 8th on the grid. So here we are on the grid of the Spanish Grand Prix. Can't believe that McLaren have just been so dominant, as well with Lotus. They've just been so dominant in this career mode so far. And yeah, we've been getting the job done. The last 3 races we have won on Legend AI. And let's go for another good result here. Not expecting too much. And the lights are out. And here we go. Now going down to turn 1, we're going to have to try and get past Schumacher, get into the slipstream, maybe go over the line, maybe try and get down the inside. Raikkonen going 3 wide into turn 1. There's going to be some sort of carnage. Grosjean is out the outside. And we're up 5th, 6th, 7th. We're sort of going around all those positions. Now at the 5th, Hamilton and Schumacher hit each other. And who is that? Raikkonen in the lead? I think it is. Grosjean's falling back all the time. Now going down the inside of Schumacher. And we got the position from him up to 3rd position, making sure we don't make any contact through the first couple of corners. And just got to try and get onto the back of these guys now. And wow, what a crazy first couple of corners that was. Now he's got to try and get onto the back of Button and try and keep onto the back of him, but I don't know whether that's going to really be possible. We'll change it to the front brake bias, because that is that's what I like to run through on F1 2012. I like to run the front brake biased, and I just can't get the grip in the car that I want. The car is good, but it's nowhere near as good as Lotus and McLaren at the moment. And maybe even Mercedes are faster than us, which is a bit of a shame. So, being the 4th fastest car probably in career mode, oh, we're going wide. It's saying quite a bit. And now, what we're probably going to do is we're probably going to... Look, we've just lost the front 3 now. Sorry, the front 2. And when we get into the middle of the track, we will just put it into the lean fuel mixture. But because now I'm just trying to be smart about this, because I'm not the fastest driver, and I'm just going to have to try and keep these guys behind me. So after lap 2, the end of lap 2, the gap was already up to 9.5 seconds between 2nd and 3rd, me and Button. And you can see there, over the last 4 laps, I've been pretty consistent, just trying to keep the cars behind me. And finally, Rosberg has made the move down the inside, but a bit of contact there. We're gonna I don't know whether I put him a little bit sideways. I think so. That was probably our fault. A bit too aggressive there. But we'll just take the position. Don't want to give it back and lose even more time. But yeah, we've been in the slow fuel mix now for a long time. We're coming into the pits this time through, but keeping the gap. It's slowly gone up. It's gone from like 10 seconds to 14 seconds. You can see there in the space of about 4 laps. And you know, just trying to keep it consistent, make sure that I don't throw it into the gravel, because this is not one of my favourite tracks. I'm not very good around here, so I just needed to get the initial jump at the start of the race, and then just hold as many people back as possible, because that is going to have to be me in this championship. I'm going to have to, on the tracks I'm not very good at, I'm going to just have to hold as many people back, because you can see now I've got destroyed tyres. I'm losing even more time, a second in that sector alone. And yeah, let's just try and get us to the pit lane now, and we'll chuck it up to the fast fuel mixture and try and get this gap down. I'm not too worried, because I don't know whether everyone else is going to pit, but I'm not too worried about where everyone else is going to pit and everything. But there's going to be cars coming in behind us, and hopefully we don't get held up too much. I don't know whether we are. Hopefully all these cars are going through by the end of this. We're going to be held for probably an extra 1/10 of a second or so, probably an extra 7/10 of a second or so there. We were waiting in the pit lane for, but it doesn't matter too much. Schumacher's still behind us, and Rosberg will probably be pretty close to us, and we've got to just put it in the fast fuel mix now. We probably might have to be able to go to the end on this. It says plus 6 laps, but honestly I think we might be able to go for longer than that. We'll see. So think about it, lap 7, So by lap 13 or so, that should theoretically gone down to 0, but we'll keep checking and having a look, and we probably will still have a couple of laps extra work by the time of that point. So 15 seconds lost through pit lane. We'll get to the end of this lap and see where we are in comparison to the rest of the guys in this race. I want to come third. Now I've held all those cars behind us. The fight is on for third, and I'm going to battle Rosberg to the end to try and make sure I get this position. Because we've been going in the slow fuel mixture for so long. It's painful, and the fact that we're only losing about a second to the front guys, that's pretty good, because they were probably running on standard or maybe even fast, and they definitely would have been at an advantage. So let's just try and string everything together. Mark Webber's coming into the pit lane in front of us. It's a car staying out on track. I think this has been an alright out lap here. We might be able to get the run through the final corner, and maybe we might be able to get past Rosberg. We'll see. 5 laps fuel extra here. Dun dun dun. There's one car. Oh wait, Rosberg was just back there. And I think that's Hamilton gaining 2 positions there throughout all that, so he's doing a good job. Petrov doing an absolutely amazing job in the Caterham, is currently up in 4th position. So it looks like in front of us there are some cars in the pit lane. Petrov doing an absolutely amazing job up there in 4th position at the moment. I'm not going to lie, he's been about 10 seconds ahead of me throughout this whole thing. He's going to be very, very close to the back of us. Senna's in this group as well. Senna's going to be right there, and we've got Hamilton right there as well. He's going round the outside, so we're just trying to get back the position down the inside. We're back up into 3rd, but the big story here today is that Petrov and Senna doing absolutely amazing jobs. Petrov in one stage up into 4th position. That's absolutely crazy, and the fact that Mark Webber is nowhere near us on the track shows us something. And look at this, can't believe it, 22 seconds to Button. We've just been so slow, guys. This is not one of my favourite tracks, but I'm sorry, the pace isn't in me today to do a good job. But let's hope in Monaco, the next race, we can pull something out the bag, even if it's just finishing that race, because that would be definitely a big achievement. So I think we said on lap 13 our fuel was going to go down to plus 0 laps or neutral or whatever it's going to go to, and we're on lap 14 now, and we've still got plus 2 laps fuel. So that sort of does show there, guys, that you're probably going to get an extra 3 laps on say if you get a plus 6 laps, you're probably going to get a plus sort of 8 or 9 laps in the end. So you know, definitely keep that in mind. I sort of have started realising it, but we're still losing time to the front guys at the front. They're just putting in some really good lap times. And you can see this group of about 6 cars behind me. I've been holding them out throughout the whole race. So I think if I'd be like 9th or 10th if I had been just going around at my pure pace. But you know, even though I'd finished 9th, I probably would have been happy out of this race, because really this isn't my favourite track. I can see here only plus 1 fuel now, so we're going to change it down to neutral as we run a little bit wide, and then with a couple of laps to go we'll change it up to fast. So on start of lap 16 we'll put it into fast again, and yeah, let's hope we can end this in style and not in the barriers. So here we are, guys, with just over 1 lap to go of the Spanish Grand Prix. How on earth I've kept these guys behind me, I'm not sure. We've lost 26 seconds to Jenson Button over this race distance, and just showing you guys that I'm not very good at some of these tracks. So this championship is not sewn up and finished just because I won 3 on the trot the last 3 races. Definitely not going to be easy for me in these some of these Asian races. I mean, Korea, I'm so bad at the Korean race. And also the Indian Grand Prix I'm not very good at, and a lot of the tracks near the end of the season I'm not very good at. So I wouldn't, if I'm going into the last 5 races of the season, let's say, with a 50-point lead, I'm going to be quite scared, because I'm probably going to be losing this championship if I lose this at all right at the end of the season, which would be quite annoying. But you know, something's happened in this game. And especially since Red Bull is not the fastest car in career mode, it's quite a shame. But here we are. Kimi Raikkonen's won the race. What a great race from him. Jenson Button probably across the line a few mere centimetres behind him. And we've got a big long train of cars behind us to make sure we don't cut any of these final corners. So here we are, guys, around the final corners. Lost a lot of time throughout that race, probably about 1.5 seconds to the 2 leaders. But we come across the line to finish in a pretty decent 3rd position. And Senna grabs 5th, I think, so that's great. And Mark Webber, an appalling race from him, starting 1 place in front of me and ending up 10 behind. So there is the results, guys. Kimi Räikkönen win, Jenson Button 2nd, I'm in 3rd. Lewis Hamilton, Senna, Schumacher, Rosberg, Petrov, what a great race from him. Grosjean, Ricciardo, and then Maldonado, Kovalainen, etc. Here is the Drivers' Championship, 41 points ahead of Kimi Räikkönen, who seems to be on the charge from the rest of the field. And in Red Bull Racing, the gap is coming down as Mark Webber is not scoring any points, and he is only 8th in the standings himself. And it looks like I am having to carry the team. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.